Hello everybody, welcome back to some more variant Sudoku, some advanced Sudoku puzzles. Today we're going to jump right into it. We have one or two, we'll see what our time looks like. The first one is Echo Through the Fog by Megan033. The rules are normal Sudoku rules apply, so every row, column, and box cannot have any repeated digits, and they must be 1 through 9. There is one and only one gray palindrome line, which reads the same forwards and backwards. So a little bit self-explanatory, but on a palindrome line, whichever digit is on the end there, it must also be on the end of that same line. And since they're telling us there's only one line throughout, whatever this starting digit is, this one will be the same, and then in the second position, those will be the same. Third position, those will be the same. It'll kind of mirror itself throughout. Digits in a cage do not repeat, and sum to the clue in the top left. So 14 here, whatever these two digits are, they must add to 14, and then the 8, whatever digits are here, they must sum to 8. A white dot between cells indicates that the cells are consecutive, and not all dots are given. So if this was a 1, this would have to be a 2 and a 3. That way they're all consecutive. And not all dots are given, so this could be, a 4 and a 5, and there doesn't have to be a dot in between the two of them. The grid is covered with fog. Correctly placed digits will clear fog around that cell. So, we'll get started. I guess we'll start with the cage here. 14. Okay, so here's something to think about with the palindrome line, which is sort of a unique mechanic. How I explained in the rules, the first digit is going to be the same, the second digit will be the same, and the third digit will be the same, and so on and so forth. So we'll probably do a lot of coloring, because whatever we get for blue here must also be true for blue here, and the same with orange, and the same with yellow. So for the 14, it can either be 5-9, or it can be 6-8. So already off the bat, we know that blue and orange are either 5, 6, 8, or 9. So whatever changes we make to this orange digit, we also have to make it here too. This killer cage sums to 8, so it'd be impossible for this to be an 8 or a 9, because then you would be over. So orange can't be 8 or 9. The pair here to make it 8 is either 3 or 2. So that's the same for that yellow digit as well. So now we need to look at these white dot consecutive digits. If this was a 9... Actually, let's go back to this cage real quick. So we have either 5 or 6 here in orange. So blue can no longer be 5. And blue can also no longer be 6. Because we're looking for the complementary digit to sum to 14. So now we need to find a link here. These 3 digits are consecutive. That's what the white dots are telling us. So if it was 9, this would have to be 8, and this would have to be 7. And that can't be 7, so this is 8. This can't go up to 9, because then you couldn't go any higher than that, and you also couldn't go back down, like 8, 9, 8. So this has to go down to 8, 7, and 6. So now we know blue is 8 and orange is 6. And now we've got those covered. We can go ahead and get rid of the coloring there, because it's sort of irrelevant now. But we did unlock some new palindrome cells. the 5 here is it's either 1 4 or it's 2 3, and it can't be 2 3 because you wouldn't be able to put anything in this yellow box. So it's not 2 3, it is 1 4. So that green is 1 4. And also the 8 cage, 6 plus 2 equals 8. So both yellows are 2. We're going to slowly uncover more and more cells here. In this 8 cage, this one can't be 4 because the complement to that would have to be 4, which you couldn't do. So this is a 7 1, and green is 1. So we know what cells are next. We could try to finish this box. 1 2 3 4 5 9. 3 5 9. Okay, that doesn't really help us much. Let's look at the 6 here. It could be 1 5 or it could be 2 4. And because of sudoku here, this can't be any digit except for 5. So we know pink is 5, and a 1 makes it 6. We know what squares are next. This can't be 5, so this is 5. And what are we missing here? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so we're going to look at this red, the white kropki dot with red, but it'll also affect this cell, so we'll highlight both. 7 could be consecutive with 6 or 8, and 8 can be consecutive with 7 or 9. And the left red cell can't be 8 because of sudoku, so this one can't be 8. Now we can look at this killer cage. It sums to 12. 6 would have to be paired with 6, which we can't do. So that's either 7 or 9. And the complement of that is 3 or 5. And it can't be 5. So that's a 3, and this is a 9, which makes red. 9, the only digit consecutive with 9 is 8. So that resolves. We know what's next. Okay, we're unlocking more of the grid, which is good. But now my eyes want to keep wandering instead of staying focused where they should be. Let's look at the 11 cage. It can't have a 9 in it. So it can't be 2 9. It can't be 3 8 because there's a 3 looking over. So it could be 4 7 or 5 6. And blue can't be 7. Blue also can't be 5. So it's 4 6. So what is that? 7 or 5 is what we're left with. If we look at this blue cell with the kropki, 4 is consecutive with 3 and 5, and we've already used 3 and 5. So blue is 6, which makes that a 5. We can get rid of the blue coloring, and we've got some more stuff to uncover here. Six is consecutive with 5, but we used it, so this has to be 7. And we have some more cells. We're kind of following the line, but we're trying not to make any assumptions. Like, we know this one could go up and around, and we could color that, but we're not really sure where this one is going yet. So I don't know if it's worth noting that. These digits are 1, 2, 4, 8. And this one sees 1, 2, and 8, so it has to be a 4. So none of those are 4, and this one's not 1. Okay, that doesn't really help too much. Let's try to finish this box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's not 3, 5, and this one's not 4, 9. Okay, that didn't help at all. 1, 2, and 8 triple doesn't eliminate anything there, so. Do we look at this cage? 12 is, it can be 9, 3, but it can't be because 9 and 3 both look at that. So it could be 4, 8 or 5, 7. This one's not 4, so that one's not 8. That one's not 5, so that one's not 7. This one's not 5, so that one's not 7. So these are 8 and 4. That gives us a 2 over the yonder. So far, so good. I wish we knew where this guy was going. Okay, let's just maybe do a little bit of sudoku. I don't think that's it either. There's a 1 there. There's a 2 there. 2 there. The rest of that is not too helpful. There's a 4. There's a 4. There's 5 down there. I'm looking at where you know, these digits are looking over at. So this 5 is looking there, that 5's looking here, this 5's looking there. So we know that there's a 5 in one of these two. And I'm just doing that kind of, I'm trying to look down in these uncovered regions to see what we've got. There's a 6 there. 6 there. Okay, this 6 looks over, this one looks here, this one looks down, that's not an 8, or that's not a 6. So that's a 6. Does that help at all? Not really. 7's not doing much. Okay, well, we know this yellow is not a 6 because this yellow can't be a 6. So that's not 6. And for the same reason, this green is not a 7 because that green can't be 7. So we're really unsure what these are, except maybe they're 4s. So yellow can't be 4 because this 4 is looking down at it. So that yellow can't be 4. Do we see what's missing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 2 has to go here. 7, 2, 7, 2, 5, 7, 2, 7. That's a 3, 5, 9 triple. So in this row, we need 1, 8, 2, and 4. Already said that one's not a 4. That one's also not an 8. So yellow is either 1 or 2. And it can't be 2. So yellow is 1. That helps us in that box and this box. So green is either 2 or 4, and it's not 2. So yellow is 1, green is 4. We can get rid of the coloring there. Whoops. That's a 2. That's a 359 triple. So that has to be a 4 up top. We know that these are going to be the same color, but we don't know where it goes after this. It could go here, could go here and here. We're not really sure, right? I think this is interesting that there's 2 2s right here, because this could be near the middle of the line. If we look at where the line is kind of converging, it could be somewhere sort of in that area. Let's see, if this was the middle, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be also here, though. It could do like a V shape. Okay, I'm tempted to think that that's the middle. Because I don't think you could balance it any other way where it would kind of make sense. Let's see what digits we need here. Yeah, because this row only needs one thing. What is it? It's an 8. This one only needs 3 and... Oh, whoa. 3 and 7? Why is it doing that? 3 and 7, and that one's not 7. Those all line up, so what are we missing here? 1, 6, 7? Okay, this red can't be 6 because there's a 6 here looking down at it. So we know this is the only place 6 can go now. Okay. And then red is either 3 or 5. And that one's not 3 because of the 3 in its column, so red is 5. Okay. So we know those are the same. We might be able to finish this box here. So 1, 6, 9. That's got to be a 6. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's got to be a 2. Doesn't really help us, but I would much rather have these pairs than either blank or like 4 or 5 watermarks. Like, I'd rather kind of resolve them and have it easy to see, because now we know in this row we need 1, 9, and 8. So this yellow is 1, 8, or 9, and it's not 1. It's also not 2, which we had pencil marked. So, do we know for sure this is the middle now? 2, 3, 9, something, and then the blue. Okay. Right. Okay, so this is 3, 9, and these are the same. And then this is green, which is 6, 7. So that's a 6. That's also 6. That can't be 6 any longer. Okay, in this column, we need 2, 3, 4, and 7. And the kropki dot tells us that it needs to be consecutive, and 7's not consecutive with anything. So now we have a 2, 3, 4 triple in that column, so that's a 7. And this is either 2, 3, or 3, 4. So one of these is definitely a 3, which means this is not a 3. So that gives us pink. That also gives us yellow. Takes the 4 out of that. 1. We're missing what? 4. I think we did it. Let's see, 9, 9. This stuff, we'll just clean it up quickly. That's the only place 4 can go. That's the only place 7 can go. This one's either 2 or 3. This one's 2 or 3, and it's not 2. So that's the palindrome line complete. So we can get rid of the coloring there. Now it's just a matter of completing the boxes 1, 2, 3, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. Heartiest congratulations, you did it. Time 21 minutes. Good stuff. That was fun. I liked that one a lot. Let's see what our code needs to be. Oh no, it's in German. Row 2. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one even. Row 7 digits. 418 263 975. All right. Very enjoyable. Some nice comments there. Introduction to palindrome lines, which we hadn't done, I don't think. So this puzzle is called Absolute Gas. By Full Deck and missing a few cards. And the rules are standard Sudoku rules apply. Thermometers increase from bulb to tip. These circles being the bulb, and then obviously these are the tips there. Thermometers do not have to be consecutive digits. They just have to increase. So it doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be 1, 5, 8, 9. You know, you could skip digits. But I do notice that this thermometer is 9 digits long. So it's essentially asking us to order the digits in order. This one is the next longest with 8 digits. And we know the bulb can't be another 1. So we're going to start with 2. And that will take us to the end. And now this one is 7 digits. And it can't be 1 or 2. So 3 should take us to the end. And now I think we're just doing Sudoku things, perhaps. So there's like a 2 down here. We've got all those 3s. There's not a 3 there, so there's a 3 here. 3 here. 3 here. Three there. 4. These are looking left. This one's looking up, so that's a 4. Which means there's a 4 down there. This 4 is looking down, so that's 4. And this one's looking right, so that one's not 4. That one's looking down, this one's looking right, so there's a 4 there. Fives. That's a 5. This is the only spot 4 can go now, and that's the only spot 3 can go now. 4 can't go there, so that's, this is 4. That's 3. That's 3. I think we made like some vertical columns, and now we're sort of looking like horizontally. There's a 4 there, and there's a 4 there, but I don't think that helps because that's all 4s as well. Did we just do 5s? I think we just did. 6s aren't helping much of anything. Sevens aren't doing much either. I don't really want to pencil mark the whole map if I don't have to. 2's looking down, so that's a 2. So this is 1, 8, 9. And if we just sort of go perpendicular now, we're missing 1, 9, and 2. Yep. So that's 9, that's 1, that's 2. Here is 1 and 9. We're missing 1, 2, 7, 8. That's the only place 8 can go. Yeah, so our middle cells are box 4, 5, and 6 are filled in because we kind of like crossed, we sort of crossed each other and like eliminated a lot, right? So that's 6, 7, 8. This is the only place 6 can go. So that gives us the rest of those digits there. Can we do the same 5, 6, 7? Yep. That one. See, it's like the cells are sort of looking like left and right as we're working down, so it'll kind of begin to fill itself in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You know, I won't be able to explain this as well as some other people that solve online. Whoops. But this example, and it'll be clearer when we finish the puzzle, but you see like we have 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here, so that's going to force 1, 2, and 3 here. Then you have 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. And then you're going to have the same sort of thing happen on these cells. These are going to be 2, 3, and 4. Because, you know, you're kind of keeping these like groups together. So this is 8, 9, 1. Here's your 8 and 9. So this needs to be 1, right? You can't put anything here. Like these 8, 9, 1s are looking up. So this one is 8, 9. Oh, man. I'm not sure what causes that, or if that's part of like how the puzzle was constructed. It does have a name. I don't remember exactly what it was. You see like 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. I don't think it works. Oh no, it should work horizontally also. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Sorry. Because you've got a 741, 741, 741. Nine 6 3 9 6 3 9 6 3 8 5 2 8 5 2 8 5 2. So, I mean, I could keep solving it the way we've been doing it. But I don't think it works the same way going up. Like, I don't think this is 471 because then, well, maybe it is. I guess we'll find out here in a second. I'm going to keep doing what I was doing. Sorry, I was just trying to see if will that work? I mean, if this is 1, that would be 7. 7, 1. I feel like it's wrong because I'm looking here and you have different... You have the same sets going vertically, but you don't have the same sets going across. So if we have 741s horizontally, you can't have it go vertically, right? One, two, three, 4, 6, 8, 9. Maybe we need a complete one and we can see. 1, 8, 9, 7. Oh yeah, I guess you can. Weird. So depending on which direction you're looking at, the sets, like, they might be different this way, but they're going to be the same this direction. So 741, 741, 741, 741, 741, 7, 1, and 4. 6 goes with 3, right? 9, 6, 3, 9, 6, 3. There's a 3. And then 8 goes with 2 and 5. 5 goes with 2 and 8. Wow. Okay. I don't think I knew that mechanic the first time I did this puzzle, which would have been like last year at some point. I've done some of these puzzles before, but obviously it's been so long that I don't remember the solving technique or anything. But yeah, like, these are the same sets, but then horizontally, like, these are the same digits too. So you kind of get this like 90-degree like cross reference off of itself, right? But then these are always the same. They're always the same horizontally. But what was throwing me off is that there's not like a 1, 2, 3 going this direction, it changes, right? But it's still 2, 3, 4, and then like whatever 3, 4, 5. Like they still sort of stay vertically aligned. But when I started doing the horizontal ones, I was like, surely that's not the case, that these all are just the same set of 3 digits. Cool. Let's put in the solution code, row 2 and column 8. Very cool. We did it. Speedy, fun puzzle. 327? No way. It took me 11 minutes. 1040? Okay, that's a little more aligned. 5 minutes and 50 seconds? Wow. Some people can see that sort of stuff like so quickly and they just zip through it. It takes me a little bit of time, but dang, should we do one more? Hazy Connection. Okay, this is Hazy Connections by Dumediat. Normal Sudoku rules apply. The grid's covered in fog. There are 2 initial light sources that illuminate the darkness and clear the fog. Okay. Place correct digits in the cells to get more light. I mean, it's fog clearing rules. Killer cages. Digits and cages must not repeat and sum to the small number in the top left. Renban, which are these purple lines. It consists of a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. So it could be like 1, 2, and 3, but they could be I didn't even mix them up. I still didn't mix them up. They could be out of order, but they're still consecutive, right? 1, 2, and 3. Kropki pairs. So white dot are consecutive. 5, 6, 7, 8. Black dot is double. So if this was 2, this could either be 1 or it could be 4, because you're either doubling or having one of the digits. And it says not all dots are given. So you could have digits somewhere in the grid that don't have that rule sort of applying to them. But we'll get started. First thing is this 7 cage. It's 3 cells long, and there's only one set of digits that makes 7 with 3 digits is 1, 2, and 4. The next one I want to pencil mark. Okay, the 8 cage can be 5, 2, and 1, or it could be 4, 3, and 1. So this is the digits between 1 and 5, and there's absolutely a 1 on here, right? It's either 5, 2, 1 or 4, 3, 1. So one of these digits is a 1. And that's looking down at this black kropki dot, which has to be doubles. And in normal Sudoku, the only digits that can be either doubled or halved are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, or 8, right? It could be 1, 2, it could be 2, 4, it could be 4, 8, or it could be 3, 6. And we know there's not a 1, actually. Okay. Okay. So, therefore, it's got to be down here, right? This can't be 2, 4. because then both of these cells would have to be 1, and it can't be. So it could still be 4, 8, or 3, 6, but you can't have a 2 here any longer. So it's either 4, 8, or 3, 6. So what does that tell us about the renban line? If it's consecutive, it's 3 consecutive digits. So it can't be 1, 2, 3, because then you'd have 2 4s here, and then you would just run out of digits to satisfy these, right? Could it be 2, 3, and 4? No, because then what would you put on the kropki dot? You need either 3 or 4 on there. So it's not 2, 3, 4. It's also not 3, 4, 5. So could it be 4, 5, 6? No, because if you're using the 4 here, then this needs to be a 3, 6 on the kropki dot, and you're using the 6. So it's not 4. It could be 5, 6, 7. I think. It could be 6, 7, 8, or it could be 7, 8, 9. No matter what, there's a 7, right? At an absolute minimum, it's 5, 6, 7. And at an absolute maximum, it's 7, 8, 9. So there's a 7 somewhere on that line. So looking up, none of those can be 7. 7's not included here. So this one has to have a 7 also. So this could be 9, 8, 7. It could be 8, 7, 6. It could be 7, 6, 5. But it can't be any lower than that. It can't be 4, 5, 6 because you need either a 4 or a 5 to make this 8 cage work. So now what? What do we know? We know that these digits are consecutive and these are consecutive. And this is either 5, 2, 1 or 3, 4, 1. I don't think... Well, that's not true. One thing that you guys will learn is that I'm a pencil marking freak. And I will put in a ton of digits because I have a hard time keeping track in my head. And that's what the tool is for, so I intend to use it. No matter what this digit is here, it can be one higher or one lower than whatever's here. So if these are 9 through 5, then whatever's consecutive with it has to be 4 through 9. Essentially, you could slide one way or the other. Okay, let's think if this is a 1, that has to be a 2, which would make these 3 and 4. So these could be like 5, 6 or 8, 9. It can't be 6, 7 because we know the 7 is here on the renban line. So 5, 6 or 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. A quintuple, right? Okay, so if this is 8, 9, then this is 5, 6, 7. If this is 5, 6, then this is 7, 8, 9. So 5 is definitely either on the renban or on this kropki dot. So it can't be in the middle here. So that's not 5. So that means it's also not 2, right? So to make that 8 cage, it's the 4, 3, 1 combo. And now this is 2 because that's the only place 2 can go. And that's either consecutive with 1 or 3. It makes me nervous when I put in digits and the fog doesn't clear. I do not like that. Okay, 1, 3, 4. Triple here is looking down, so this can't be 3, which means it also can't be 6. So neither one of those can be 4. So this is the 4. Okay, there we go. That gives us an 8. 4 here. 8 isn't on the line, so 9 can't be on the line. So that's a 5, 6, 7. What happened here? How did I mess that up? Okay, let me go back because my logic was flawed, maybe. No, that has to be, right? How did I end up with an error right here? 1, 2, 3, 6, or 4, 8. And we know for sure 5 is on the renban? Ooh, that makes me nervous. I don't like it. That's the only place 2 can go, right? Because if this is 5, 2, 1... then that forces an 8 somewhere there. Which means this is 5, 6. I'm going to use a lifeline and check my answer here. Okay, so that's not 2. What in the world is going on? Maybe I messed this box up somehow. Let's do that again. It's either 5, 2, 1 or 4, 3, 1. Okay. This 1, 2 pair is looking up, and then we know there's a 1 in that box. So 1 is here. So that's not 1, 2. If it's 2, 3, then you wouldn't have a way to make that that cage work. If it's 3, 4, this would be 5, 2, 1. But then you couldn't fill this cell at all. 1 would be consecutive with 2, which is being used. 2 is consecutive with 1, which is being used, and 3, which is being used. 5 could make that 6. Okay, if that's a 4, 5. Wait, okay, so if that's a 6, and this is 1, 2, 5, then this would be 7, 8, and 9. If that's 4, 5, it can't be 4, 5. Because then you couldn't make that work, right? But it could be 5, 6. If it was 5, 6, then this would be 4, 3, 2. 4, 3, 1. And then you couldn't put anything here because you need either a 3 or a 4. So it can't be 5, 6, and it can't be 4, 5. 6, 7. I'm having a hard time keeping track in my mind. 6, 7 would mean this is like something crazy. It couldn't be 6, 7 because then you wouldn't be able to complete this line. Seven, 8 is the same reason, and 9 can't go on there. So that's a 3, 4. That's the only thing that works is 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 5, 6. Oh, okay. All right. We figured it out. 6 can't go on this line, so 5 can't go on this line because it needs to be consecutive. So that's a 7, 8, 9. This is 1, 2, 5. Look, and from the puzzle that we just did, we know what this pattern means, right? Like a 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2. That's got to be 5. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. So this one needs to be 7, 8, 9. I keep doing that. 7, 8, 9, and this is 3, 4, 6. Okay, so 8 comes out of there because we're using it on the renban. So since 4 can't double or half to anything there, 4 comes off and 4 goes here instead. Okay. Okay, we're back on track. I think I got myself confused, but we are good to go now. The 7, 8, 9 kropki into the fog. Like earlier I said, you can go like 1 digit lower or higher just to cover your bases, but this 6 is looking over, so this actually can't be 6. So it's either 7, 8 or 8, 9. So there's definitely an 8 on that dot somewhere. Now where do we look now? This is a 6-cell renban. So at a maximum, it's at a minimum, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? But we see this is sort of a high digit, 7, 8, and 9. So it cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to slide everything up, right? So that means 1 can't be on the line anywhere. If we did 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that could work. So we could have a 2 somewhere. But all we've sort of deduced is that it can't be 1. Okay, but I don't know if that's where we're supposed to look yet. Where else will we look? Here? Okay, here, let's look. We just did the minimum on this, right? Like the lowest digit we could possibly have is a 2 on there. So let's start at the maximum and work our way down. So if this was 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, that means there needs to be absolutely a 4 on the line somewhere. Because you're either going from 2 to 9, which includes 4, or you're going from 9 to 4, which includes 4 also. So these 3 cells are blocked by this 4. This one's looking up, and this one is a high digit. So the only place we can put 4 is right there. That unveils this kropki dot. 3 is not consecutive with any of those digits, so that's a 6. And 6 can't go with 9, and it also can't go with 8. So that's a 7. Take our 7s out. This one's a 3 by sudoku. Get rid of that coloring for now. So that's unleashed an 11 cage with 4 digits. So we already got the 3 in there. So these 3 equal 8, which is either 1, 2, 5, or it's 4, 3, 1, right? It's the same set of digits that we used up here. And it can't be 4, 3, 1 because we're already using a 3 in that cage and we're not allowed to repeat. So that's 1, 2, 5. I'm going to turn your attention back to this 6-cell renban line. If we go 2 to 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we know we need at least 8, right? There's at least an 8 or a 9 on here. So if we did 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that wouldn't get us high enough to 8. So this can't be a 2, right? The same reason we eliminated 1, now we have to eliminate 2. That's an 8. So we're not allowed to repeat digits on a line, so that's a 9. That gives us an 8 by sudoku. But now that we've deduced that this is a 9, we can fill in the rest of the digits because consecutively it can only go one way. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and then the 4 here as the end stone. That one's not a 5 from sudoku. This one's also not a 5 from this triple, looking down at it. So now we have a 6, 7 pair on the line. This is the only place 5 can go. It needs a consecutive digit, and it can't be 4. So that's 6, and just like that, we finished this big long line. Can do a little bit of cleanup since we put some digits in. Now, we've sort of unveiled this right angle kropki sequence, right? These are interesting because when they cross over box regions like that, you could have repeat digits, right? This could be a 5, and these could both be 4s. That would be fine. But you could also have, 4, 5, 6. They could be consecutive that way, or they could sort of make that V-shaped bounce. But one thing for sure is that 5 is not consecutive with either of these. So 5 needs to come off that. That makes that a 5. So this one could be, you know, like our sliding scale. We can go up 1 or below 1, but there's nothing lower than 1. So this one's either 1, 2, or 3, and that 3 is looking over at it. So it's going to end up being that little shape, right? Whenever we determine what this one is, if it's 1, then these are both 2. Here, I'll mark them. If this is a 2, then these are both 1s. We have a 1, 2 pair now, so that's looking at that 5. We have another 1, 2 pair, but I don't think it's going to help us much yet. Might come in handy later. This 29 cage has 4 digits, and we already have a 5 place, so the remainder is 24. And there's only one set of 3 digits that make 24 in Sudoku, and that's 7, 8, and 9. So if these can't be 7 because of Sudoku reasons, then that forces that one to be 7. We have an 8, 9 pair now. Doesn't help much, but it's good to make a note of. This has been here a long time. I guess we could have done it. 6 is only consecutive with 5. We're slowly clearing the fog away. Slowly but surely. This black kropki, there's a set of digits that only can go on a kropki. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. And we have an 8, 9 pair here, so those aren't 8. It's kind of unresolved, though. Oh, it also can't be 3, 6 on the kropki, because then what would you put there? Nothing. So 3, 6. So it's either 1, 2, or 2, 4. There's definitely a 2 on there. 1, 2, 4, 3, 6 is what we're missing. 1, 2, 4, 3, 6. Those are not 4 or 6. And then there's a 2 somewhere there, so those definitely aren't 2. So there's a 1, 3 pair. That makes that one 6. It also eliminates the 1 from there. So now this whole row is paired off, right? 2, 4, 8, 9, 1, 3. Let's try to finish this box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's a 1, 2 pair in that 11 cage, so that takes the 1 out of here, and it also takes the 2 out of there. So that finishes it, and then just basic Sudoku stuff. We'll sort of clean up some digits. That one can't be 9. Seven and 8 are the only ones missing from that column. I'm not really looking at this renban yet, because I think it can be too many different things. I'd rather see some more fog cleared or some more digits filled in before we start monkeying with that. There's just too many options right now. Same with this one. It's kind of useless for the moment. But now what do we do? So see if there's normal Sudoku shit going on. There's a 1 there. There's a 2 up top. We already knew that. 3 there. 3 somewhere in this region. 4? 4 up top. We knew that already. 4 there. Let's look at 5s. Okay, we have quite a few 5s maybe. That one looks up, that one looks up, that one looks right. So one of these is a 5. There's also a 5 here. Five in the middle. Nothing definitive, okay. 6. There's a 6 in one of those spots. 6 right there. 6 in the middle. 7? Somebody help me. One of these is 7. Oh, and this one can't be 7 from Sudoku, so that's 7. Okay, so now we know what's going on with this line, right? It's 4 cells. So if it went up, it would be like 8, 9 somewhere, but that you can't go any higher than that. So it has to be 9, 8, 7. There's definitely a 6 on the line somewhere. Well, this 6 is looking up, so it can't go here. And these, well, there's already a 6 in this box, so that can't go there. So that one's a 6. That's not a 6 either. So it's either 7, 6, 5, 4, or it's 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's not 5 or 8. And that's where it stops? Dang. Did putting this 6 do anything somewhere? Not really. Cat just made a crazy sound. Okay. Do we need to look at this kropki here? It can't be 1, 2 because you've got this cell that's 1 or 2. So if that's 1, 2, you couldn't put anything there. It could be 2, 3. It could be 3, 4. It can't be 4, 5 because there's a 5 down here looking up at it. For the same reason, it can't be 5, 6. It can't be 6, 7 because there's a 6 in the box. It can't be 7, 8. It also can't be 8, 9. So it's either 2, 3 or 3, 4. So there's definitely a 3 there. It does not help one bit, I don't believe. Oh, okay. So there's a 7, 8 pair. So 8 has to come out of that. Now there's no longer an 8 on this renban line, so you can't put 9 anywhere because 9 needs to go with 8 to go down, right? So that's a 4. That's not a 4 or a 9. That's a 5 now. And now we know that's not 4, so that's either 2, 3. Oh yeah, it's 2, 3. Which that pair eliminates the 2 from that. Okay, now we're gonna get some cleanup to do. So that's a 1, and we said that the blues were the same digit, right? So it's 1, 2, 1. Can get rid of that coloring now. The last digits here are 4 and 9. What are the last digits here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This 2-3 pair looks down at these and eliminates any 3s we might have had. This one is not 8 or 9 because of sudoku, so that's a 1. That one's not 1 or 8. This 9 eliminates that possibility of a 9. And that line finally resolves itself from the very beginning of the puzzle. We know what it is. We can put in those digits. This box is gonna fix itself, I think. That's 6, 9. This one is 4, 5, and this one is 2, 3. Okay, it did not resolve Jack. And I've made the mistake before of assuming that lines like this connect under the fog. They might, but there's no indication of it right now. These could be two separate, 2-cell lines, or they could connect like that and make a 4-cell renban, but we're just not sure. So I'm gonna just leave that one cooking for a second while we take another look around at things. What are we missing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's not 7, 8, or 9 from sudoku down here. So that's 3 or 4. That gives us a 3, 4 pair, so that's 3 or 4. So if that's a 2-cell renban, we can slide 1 digit higher or 1 digit lower on any one of these, with 9 being the maximum, obviously. So that's a 6, 7, 8, or 9. Oh, that's not true. I'm going to delete that, because if this is one line, it could be like 7, 6, 5, 4, so that could go like pretty low, actually. So I'm glad I did not leave that there, because that would have been kind of dumb. We're so close, man. What are we missing? Let's see. We know there's an 8 here, and we know there's an 8 looking up. So there's an 8 there. Okay, these are 5, 6, 7. So these are 1, 3, and 1, 3, and 8. And 1 and 8 look down at that guy. 7 looks down at that guy. Okay, and placing the 3 here, we'll start to uncover some things, some revelations. I'm gonna just clean up these boxes. So now we've got a lot of pairs and triples, which I like to see, right? So we do know now that that's one big line. So I'm glad I didn't keep that one pencil mark, because that would have been disastrous. This kropki, we can put in our digits and then we can assess, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. It can't be 1 because there's a 1 looking. None of these can be 4 because there's a 4 looking. If nothing can be 4, then 8 can't have a partner. So you're left with 2, 3, 6, and 2 can't 2 doesn't have a partner, so that's 3 or 6 paired. Looking over, so that's not a 3 any longer. What's the digit missing here? 5? That renban might be solvable, but I want to use as little brain power as possible. Putting a 5 in that cell gives us a 6 at the bottom. So all those guys are paired off now. They're paired off horizontally, right? But they're absolutely not paired off vertically at all, which is a bummer. Okay. So on the top, what are we missing? We're missing 1, 2, 7, 8, and 9. Oh, and 2 is the only digit missing from that column. So if there's a 2 here, then you can't put a 1 on the line, because 1 instinctually needs to go to 2. So now that's the only place 1 can go. If this was a 3, then you'd have to have a 4 on the line to be able to get to 5, and we already used our 4. So that's a 6, that's a 3. 5, 6. So these next 2 are 7 and 8, which means left off the line is a 9. Whoops. There's our 7, 8 pair, so that's a 9. 9 is only consecutive with 8. And I think the puzzle should sort of unravel itself now. Four and 2 work on a kropki, so we should be fine there. 7, 5, 8, and 1. All right, you solved the puzzle. Solutions correct. 40 minutes. Very good stuff. Row 7 followed by column 1. So row 7 is 4, 2, 9, 8, 6, 5, 3, 7, 1. Column 1 is 1, 3, 9, 6, 5, 2, 4, 7, 8. Did I type that in correctly? I did. Oh, this was a 2-star puzzle? Nice. Wonderful. Break-in was challenging for me as I was kind of stupid, but the flow afterwards was very rewarding, still slightly challenging. The end renban brought it all together very nicely. That's this one here in the top that we sort of ignored, because I mean we unlocked this like segment pretty early, but you don't want to give those clues like too much thought if you don't have to. Very cool. Everyone liked it. I liked it. I hope you liked it. That'll be it for this episode, but we'll definitely be back with more. So leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Try to play it yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.